I have the most beautiful district in the country right now, and I fully expect it to stay that way. They're trying to blow it up. You might have seen on the map there, they've made it now look kind of like an elephant with the trunk swinging into the Sacramento area in a way that's designed to pick up Democrat-leaning voters along the way. In California, the voters have specifically said, you're not allowed to do that. They've taken the power to draw maps away from politicians. So in order for Newsom to ram this through, he actually has to go back and get the California voters to approve it.
Well, California Democrats and the governor there, Gavin Newsom, say they want to move forward with plans to redraw the state's congressional maps in retaliation for similar efforts in Texas. Democrats unveiled their proposed new map last night, and Governor Newsom is pushing to hold a special election this year to get voter approval. But opposition to that plan seems to be growing. Former Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger says he will rally opposition against the move, posting on X, quote, "I'm getting ready for the gerrymandering battle." Let's bring in Richie Greenberg, San Francisco political commentator, activist, and a former candidate for mayor. Does this thing stand a chance of passing, Richie, do you think?
Well, thank you for asking. Here, as being a California voter, I'm going to do everything I can to ensure it does not pass. In fact, we're also betting that Arnold Schwarzenegger and Carl DeMeo, Kevin Kiley, and all the others who are prominent politicians and leaders here, including the League of Women Voters, all together may go ahead and file suit to prevent this from even going into the hands of the voters for November. This is what Newsom wants to do. Now, listen, if we look at exactly what is the purpose of all of this, why does Newsom want to do this? Clearly, it's not just because he wants some sort of advantage. He wants to differentiate himself from former presidential failed candidate Kamala Harris. And there's a world of difference between the attitudes between the two. He wants to look at himself as being the savior of the Democratic Party, the savior of democracy, which we know that what he's proposing does not save democracy. In fact, it tramples democracy and it ignores the Constitution, in this case, the California Constitution.
Right, because the Constitution says you've got to have an independent, sort of unbiased commission that draws the voting lines, right?
Yeah, absolutely right. And that's why there's a problem where he can't just go ahead and have this given to the state legislature in Sacramento and they redistrict. That's not the way it works here in California. In other states, it is in the hands of the legislature, for example, in Texas. But over here, it does not. The voters back in 2010, we were all posed the question as a ballot measure, which was a constitutional amendment, right, to ask us, do we want to put redistricting into the hands of a special nonpartisan or bipartisan, in this case, a bipartisan commission comprised of both Republicans, Democrats, and independents to come up with the plan for redistricting. So that's the democratic way. That's democracy. But what Newsom wants to do, clearly, is he wants to completely undo this.
Yeah, well, let's take a look at the situation in California versus the situation in Texas. Newsom's plan is a response to the redistricting effort in Texas that's underway. But in California, the percentage of Republican seats in the House of Representatives, 17%, even though 38% of California voters voted Republican. In Texas,
that's correct. Yeah,
in Texas, the numbers are much closer. 56% voted Republican. 66% of the seats right now are Republican. Go ahead.
Right. Yeah. Correct. And this right there shows a disconnect between the voters and the party. And what is also problematic, and I'm sure that Newsom and his advisors and all of his allies and colleagues in Sacramento see, is that the trend since Trump back last election in November, the trend statewide is to go further and further towards the red, further and further into a GOP gaining an advantage. So even without redistricting, this is an issue for him, for the Democratic Party, seeing that it is getting more popular, and that's another reason why he's taking this stance.
Barack Obama is congratulating the Texas Democrats who are fighting this whole thing. Do you think his support is going to do anything to galvanize the Democrat opposition?
Well, you know, Obama, even though he's been out for several administrations now, and he does have the pull, I'm hoping that he just will ride off into the sunset. People say thank you, but no thanks. Many people have seen what he has proposed over the years, what he has done as president decades ago. It just has hurt our country so much that it will not affect those over there. Now, here in San Francisco specifically, he is still very much revered, and that would affect here. But over in Texas, other areas of the country, we hope that this is not going to become a precedent now to maliciously go around in each state to redistrict. So there will be a little bit of effect that he will have, but I'm hoping that the voters themselves will see how detrimental and undemocratic and unconstitutional this may be.
Richie Greenberg from San Francisco. Richie, thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.